Welcome back to our little handmade home. If you are looking for a way to add a little Disney into your decorating this holiday season, I've got the project just for you. Today we're going to be making this super simple yarn wreath that has a Mickey Mouse head in the center made from dollar store materials. So let's get started. We are back with another Christmas wreath. Now, this one's a little bit different because it's going to be a little smaller, so it's definitely going to be an inside wreath, and it's also going to embrace my love of Disney. So what are we using today? Well, believe it or not, we're still working on the same ball of yarn that I picked up from Michael's, which we've already made a wreath with mini trees in it, and we've made a wreath with red and silver balls. I'll be sure to leave a link to those projects below. We're also going to be using some dollar store wreath rings. These ones are 8-inch, so they're just little. We're only going to be using one of those, but they come in a set of 2. The other thing we're going to use is a few of the balls out of this package of Christmas tree balls that I picked up at the Dollarama. To start with, we're going to use one of these rings, and we're going to wrap it with this yarn. Now, as I've done in the previous projects, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by simply wrapping the yarn around one of these little posts, and that secures it in place enough that it won't go anywhere. And then go ahead and wrap your yarn around your wreath. You get to the end of your wreath, give it a good fluff up, make sure the coverage is even. As you saw, I just tucked the ends in on mine. That's going to stay in place really well. I'm certainly not going to need to do anything more than that. And that's our little wreath base. So now we're going to make the Mickey Mouse piece. So now we're going to be making the Mickey Mouse head. As you can see, I've already got a few made here, and I'm going to show you exactly what I did. So with these small Christmas ornaments, you want to take the top piece off so that you're left with this rough spot, because it could break easily. So go ahead and take them off of your small ornaments, but make sure you leave it on the center one, and you can straighten it out if you want to. So what we want to do in this case is, when you look at these plastic ornaments, they often have a seam running down the side here. So this is what we're going to use as our marker for where our ears are going to sit. That way we get them spread out evenly. So you want to have your glue gun good and hot, and then pick where you want your ears to go in and press the hot tip against the ornament. Now you can press gently. If it's hot enough, it's going to start to melt the plastic, as you can see here, and it's going to push through. If you press too hard or try to go too fast with it, it's going to shatter. Pull it out, and then sometimes you're going to get this plastic in here. What you can do is just take a tweezer while it's hot and pop it out. If it hardens before you have a chance, just stick your glue gun in again. Take the smaller ornament, and you can tell right away if you've made the hole big enough. And if you haven't, it's a quick and easy fix. Pop your glue gun back in again, push it in a little bit further, and then push your ornament through. If you make it too big, just put a little bit of hot glue on there, since you've already got your glue gun there, and get it to hold in place. And then repeat on the other side. So press against gently. Like I say, you don't want to go too fast because you could break the ornament. And make sure you go in far enough that the hole is going to be big. And then pop your ear in there. And that's it. You have a little Mickey Mouse ornament. So once you finish making your little Mickey Mouse heads, the only thing you have left to do is to attach it to your wreath. Now, this can be done a couple of different ways. If you wanted, you could actually hot glue them on if you have multiples, or you could hang it from the center, which is what I'm going to do. Now, to do that, you could use twine, you could use thread, you could use ribbon. Really, choose something that is going to suit your decor best. I am going to use some pretty Christmas ribbon. So I'm going to use this ribbon, which I've been trying to use in just about every project I do, but I really think that the black and white suits my decor style. So I'm just going to feed it through the top of this ornament. You may have to fold it up if it's quite a thick ribbon, but you can eventually get it through. I think the black and white is just going to be perfect for my Christmas decor. Now, what you can do is you can cut it long enough to tie a bow at the top or a knot. I'm actually going to cut it and then hot glue it into place. So figure out about how far down you want it to hang. And for me, it's going to be about that long, so that it's going to sit about there. And then just cut your ribbon off. Now, I'm not going to actually glue my fabric piece to the wreath. I'm simply going to hot glue it together. And there we have a super simple Mickey Mouse wreath made from dollar store materials. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm glad to have you along with me. As always, if I have links to products that I used today, they're going to be right down below in the description. And while you're flipping through there, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, and be sure that you don't miss my next video coming out next week.